Well, hey everyone, Neonja the Gamer here, and today we are playing Friends vs. Friends. Now, this game was developed by Brainwash Gang and published by Raw Fury. Now, some people may or may not know about Brainwash Gang, and if I remember correctly, they were responsible for an indie game known as Laika Age Through Blood. And from what I've heard, that game was super good. So one day I might need to try it out for myself. But anyways, Friends vs. Friends is a multiplayer game that mixes two game genres at once, those being FPS and deck building. The whole point of the game is that it's a multiplayer FPS that basically has a mechanic where you can use cards to either buff yourself or debuff your enemies. So anyways, let me go over more about the whole card mechanic and all that stuff. Basically, you can build your own deck and all that stuff. You can hold a minimum of 25 cards, but all cards have a cost, and the maximum amount is 50. So basically, you need to be careful when building your deck and all that stuff. So, yeah. And of course, the more powerful a card is, the more expensive it is. Which makes sense. But anyways, there's some cards that can do stuff like give you a new weapon and all that stuff. And as I just said, there's a lot of cards that can either buff you or debuff your enemies. For instance, we have stuff like Big Mag, which makes it so that your magazine is bigger, thus making it so that you reload less likely. And then there's the exact opposite, Small Mag, which makes it so that your enemies get a smaller magazine, meaning that they're going to have to reload a lot more often. There's also stuff like Steel Bullets, which makes it so that your bullets deal a lot more damage. And then there's stuff like Rubber Bullets, which makes it so that your enemies hit like less harder and all that stuff. So, yeah. And there's a lot of very nasty combos that you can make. For instance, you can use Small Mag and Rubber Bullets. Basically, not only do your opponents have to reload a lot more often, but they don't deal as much damage. So, yeah. But anyways, let's go ahead and move on. There's also multiple different characters that you can play as and all that stuff, and you can try and choose your characters from the bathroom. Today, in this video, we're going to be playing as Spike Remington for this whole video and all stuff. But every other character has their own different passive. And Spike's passive is basically Big Bullets, which makes it so that his bullets deal more damage. So he hits harder than everyone else. There's a lot of other characters like Cluster Jr., which basically starts with 2 turrets. There's also Donnie B, who starts with more health. There's also Little Lars, which basically he has his explosives deal more damage, and he takes less damage from explosives and all stuff. And yeah, it's pretty cool. So yeah. Anyways, without further ado, let's jump straight into it. We're gonna be playing against bot characters, mainly because I want to like play it safe and all that stuff. And yeah, I want to basically play it safe and play against bots, and because a part of me doesn't think I'm ready for real players. Not only that, but I don't have PlayStation Plus, which this is one thing that PC has a huge advantage over consoles, and that is, of course, the fact that it's able to play online free, while with consoles, you have to pay for online, which doesn't really make too much sense, but I don't really understand. But anyways, without further ado, let's just jump straight into it, shall we? But yeah, soon, maybe in another video, I might actually play against real players online and all stuff. Plus, I don't have that many friends that I don't really have any friends that I know of that. Yeah, I don't have any friends that I know of that play this game. So yeah. But yeah, there's also voice acting in this game, which is pretty cool. So we have stuff like move faster, so I can move a lot faster. Okay, someone used the slow down ability. Let's use Small Mag, Rubber Bullets, and health down. Right, let's go ahead and I don't know who's using bullet time, but bullet time is basically making it a lot easier for me. So we gotta be careful. And I blew up, but that's fine. So yep. So you have to win. Okay. So no one's letting me talk right now. Okay. Everyone's finally shut up. So basically, you have to win 3 rounds in order for you to win the game. All right. So place this down. Let's go ahead and use painkillers. Okay. Let's use medkit. Careful. Alright. Dang, these are only bot players, and I honestly feel like they're just as good as real humans. I don't know how many rounds we're gonna play in this video, but we're gonna play quite a few, or quite a lot. Who knows? There we go. You get 3 cards at the start of every round, and the cards that you haven't used yet carry over. Okay. Oh, okay. Careful. There's fire right there. Okay, careful. Okay, careful. Alright, we died again, but that's fine. Alright, let's go ahead and get an AK. Let's do this. Okay, we're on fire. Careful. Okay, reload. Careful. There we go. There we go. You know, this game would be really... Yeah, I can see this game being extremely fun with friends and all that stuff. Hence why the name is called Friends vs. Friends. Okay, someone just used a counter card. Alright. Careful. There we go. As I said, this is just bots, and I honestly feel like they're just as tough as real players, not gonna lie. Alright, there's Newton right there. We gotta be careful. Okay, careful. There we go. So we just won our first round, and it's been only around like 7 minutes and all stuff. Usually, you get certain bonuses and all that stuff, but we basically got a XP reduction because we were playing with bots. But it's fine. Let's just go back and continue on with everything else. So yeah, we're gonna go back and stay in the theater, and yeah. I don't know how many rounds we're gonna play. Probably at least 4. Who knows? So yeah, let's just go ahead and continue on. So this is the gas station. But yeah, every map is very different from each other, which that's pretty cool. There's not a single map in this game that basically feels samey-ish. Alright, someone was using bullet time. Okay, someone just used the garbage ability. Careful. Okay, so slowing down again. Alright. Not gonna lie, this is kind of I don't know why was I not expecting for there to be voice acting, but yeah, there is voice acting, and I gotta say, the voice actors, they did kind of a good job and all stuff. I don't really compliment on voice acting all that much, so I don't really know what else to say, so yeah. Okay, someone just used a counter card, so that means I can't use painkillers. Alright, reload my shotgun. Alright. Okay, careful. There's Mick right there. Okay, he just took down Mick. So that leaves Donnie left. Wait, I'm almost dead too. Oh, never mind. I was very quick on the draw on that one. Alright. Careful, careful, careful. Okay, let's use these sticky bomb. Empty out, empty the mags. All right, so of course we have big head right now, which makes it so that we're much more prone to getting headshotted, which that's gonna suck. I'm missing my shots, but so is the bot that's using mech right now. And we died. So yeah, this is just. But yeah, as I just said, I can definitely see this being extremely fun with friends. Like, can you just imagine how intense? Yeah, just imagine how intense it would be with actual friends and all that stuff, and how would a entire voice call with them be like and all that stuff? Yeah. Right, there you go. Careful, careful. There we go. So we won all 3 rounds and all stuff. That's pretty good. Now, I want to go back so I can change characters. I actually kind of don't want to use Spike for the whole game. Not only that, but, I mean, not for the whole game, for the whole video. Well, you guys know what I mean. But anyways, I want to go back because I want to also showcase something real quickly. And that is this area right here. This area is the whole reason why I love indie games and all that stuff. Like, look at this. Look at all of this. If you don't know what all this is basically fan art of the game and all that stuff. Developers actually took notice of fan art, and they actually made an entire building dedicated to fan art and all that stuff, which, that is just, words cannot describe how cool this is and all that stuff. And because, of course, this is fan art because this is fan art and all that stuff, we're going to be getting a lot of memes and other references and all that stuff. So, yeah. This is just, I don't really know what to say. Like I said, I'm out of words. Like, look at this. This is basically a reference to not just Leica, as I just mentioned at the start, one of their games, but this is basically a Red Dead Redemption reference because this is referencing the box art for Red Dead Redemption. But, yeah. I just, like, man, this is... As I said, words cannot describe how cool this is and all that stuff. Like, the fact that the devs know about the fan art and all stuff and made an entire area dedicated to the fan art and all stuff is just pretty cool. Heck, not only that, but they even make custom cars that could be in the game. Like look at all these. These actually look very cool. Like, seriously. Yeah, this is just... I don't think I've ever seen a game do this before, where they basically make an entire area dedicated to fan art from the fans and all that stuff. This shows just how much Brainwash Gang loves their fans, which, yeah, that's pretty cool. Anyways, like I said, I'm probably going to switch because a part of me wants to use Mick right now. So, the whole gimmick for Mick, if I remember correctly, is the fact that he actually starts with an Uzi. So, yeah. So, Mick is one of the few characters that start with a weapon of their own and doesn't have to get one from cards. Well, he can still get one from cards, it's just that, as I just said, basically, he starts with a weapon already and all stuff and doesn't just start with a pistol. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get to started. I'm going to say, two more rounds rounds or so, and then I'll call it an end. Okay, so we have Aiden. Alright, so we have another Mick right here. Which, yeah. Right, careful. And there's also Spike right there as well. Newton's also back, too. Alright, careful. Okay, health down. Okay, let's go ahead and get rid of the other Mick. I can't see. Gotta be careful because we're on a rooftop. And because we're on a rooftop, I could fall off the map and die. Okay, health up. I have the Brass Chopper card, but I already have, of course, the Brass Chopper. I'm still going to use it anyway, so I can get rid of it. Let's go ahead and have a bigger magazine. Okay, so there's just one person left, and it's of course the other mech. Okay, it just vanished. Okay, there they are. I'm probably gonna die. Yep, I did die. But, that's fine.
On to the next one.
Yep, exactly. On to the next round. Okay, I gotta be careful. I gotta stay clear. I think they did fall off the map. Once again, I don't really expect for bot characters to be intelligent and all that stuff. Okay. Careful, 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 careful. Oh, crap. Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. For a second there, I actually thought I was gonna fall off the. Never mind. I was gonna say for a second there, I thought I was gonna fall off the map, only for me to accidentally back up into the. Yeah. But anyways, let's just continue on. Let's go ahead and use empty mags, small magazines. Use this. Throw a Molotov. Okay, careful, I can't stand in my own Molotov, otherwise then I'll burn myself. Okay. That kind of sucks. Oh wait, I died. That's fine. Alright. Let's use barbed cards. Energy drink. Okay. We got a golden pistol. Okay, careful. We gotta be careful. We gotta be careful. Poison bullets. There we go, and we won that one. I'm gonna go ahead and let's go ahead and check the video length. We're at 17 minutes. Yeah, so let's just go ahead and continue on. Now we're back onto the roof. Okay, since we're back onto the roof, I just gotta make sure. I gotta remind myself to be careful because I can't fall off the roof. Alright. Let's see. Okay, hold on. Okay. Hold on a second. You can't shoot when their mag is empty. You know, imagine in real life, like, can you just imagine in real life or any game or a movie where it's like there's a gunfight happening and all of a sudden the mag just comes out, you didn't even take it out, and the mag is already full and all stuff. That would suck. Okay, so Spike's the only one left. There we go. We did it. Yeah, one day I definitely would love to play this with other friends and all that stuff. Painkillers. Alright, let's use what's it called again? Steel bullets, right. Steel bullets. For a second there I was about to call it heavy bullets. Every time I say heavy bullets, I get automatically reminded of the dungeon item known as heavy bullets, which, if I remember correctly, in dungeon, heavy bullets make it so that your bullets are bigger and they hit harder, however, at the cost of them moving slower. Okay, careful. Okay, so, okay, we unfortunately lost, but, that's fine. Well, this is not a scam at all. Okay, and someone used bullet time. Alright, let's let that slow down. Just throw in a Molotov. Health down. let's see. Let's also use this. There we go. But yeah, this is pretty. But yeah, this is pretty cool, honestly. Okay, careful. Okay, I almost fell off. They fell off. Okay, there's still a spike left. Okay. Yeah, sometimes my aim in games are not all that great because usually I have something called panicked aim, where when I'm under fire and all stuff, I just start shooting out of panic and all stuff, and basically I end up getting stormtrooper aim because of that. Oh crap, we're on fire. Okay, someone countered my small mag. Okay, so hold on. Okay. Come on, give me all the good stuff. Okay. Okay, careful. Wait, we're almost dead. I was not paying attention to my health at all. There we go. Where are they? Oh crap. I think I need to start paying attention to my health a lot more. That's one mistake that I make a lot in pretty much every game, not just this game. It's just not paying attention to my health, and dang it, I had a med kit right there. If I was fast enough, I could have used it. Well, yes, the deal is with bullets. Okay. Back up. Okay. Let's actually go ahead and heal up right now. Alright, let's go ahead and use this. The Leica revolver, which is definitely, I think, a reference to Leica Age True Blood, with the amount of Leica Age True Blood references in this game. Heck, Leica's even a secret character in this game, from what I've heard. So yeah. Okay, so be careful. There's still Spike. Oh crap! I'm almost dead. And there we go. That will do it, you guys. That will do it. But yeah, you guys. My overall thoughts on Friends vs. Friends has to be the fact that it is a pretty cool game and all stuff. And as I said, this area right here alone basically it shows just how much the devs love their fans and all that stuff. So yeah, my overall thoughts on this game, it's somewhat like an 8 or a 9 out of 10. It's not perfect, but yeah, not everything has to be perfect. So yeah, you guys. But anyways, that would be all for this episode of Friends vs. Friends. I might do another Friends vs. Friends video. Who knows? It pretty much depends on how I feel and all stuff. But yeah, you guys. Anyways, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all in the next video. This is Neandra the Gamer signing off. Bye, everyone.